Hello and welcome to Mind Travels, where we help you learn about the world around us. Today's topic is Stockholm. Stockholm is the capital city of Sweden with a population of around 950,000 people in the city and 2.3 million in its entire metropolitan area, making it the largest city in the Nordics and the third largest in the European Union. So let's explore 15 questions about this beautiful, historic city and hear their answers. Number 1. How do you say Stockholm? The correct way to say Stockholm in Swedish is actually just Stockholm. However, there are many different ways to say it in English. In older texts, you can find the name to be written as Stockholm or even Stocksalem. However, nowadays, the most common way to refer to the city is as Stockholm. This is also the spelling that is used by the City Council as well as the official city guide. The name Stockholm literally means in Old Norse, the city on the Stockholm, which refers to a particular island in the Lake Mälaren where the city was originally built upon. Over time, the name has evolved into what we know today. Number 2. Where is Stockholm located? Geographically speaking, Stockholm is located in Northern Europe within the region of Svealand, or in English, the Swedish mainland. It sits on the eastern shore of the Baltic Sea, north of the 59th parallel, north of Finland and west of the Gulf of Finland. Stockholm is not situated on any sea coast, but rather on an archipelago of islands in Lake Mälaren, which connects to the Baltic Sea through the Stockholmsfjorden Strait. The city's original core was built on the island of Stockholm, also called Helgoja in Swedish. This is where the famous Gamla stan or Old Town is found, filled with cobblestone streets and colorful buildings. The modern city of Stockholm, however, has expanded far beyond this original island and now spans over 140 islands and islets within the Baltic Sea. The most prominent of these include the islands of Forså, Danderyd, and Vaxholm. Number 3. When was Stockholm founded? Despite being one of the oldest cities in Northern Europe, no one knows exactly when Stockholm was founded. However, it's generally agreed that the first settlements on the island of Stockholm emerged during the Viking Age around the year 800 AD. These early settlements were primarily small villages of farmers, fishermen, and artisans. But it wasn't until the 13th century that Stockholm began to emerge as a significant urban center. The turning point came in 1252 when King Erik IX of Sweden chose Stockholm as the seat of his royal court. This royal favor led to rapid growth and development, and by the 14th century, Stockholm had become the most important city in Sweden. Today, visitors can explore the remnants of this historic period in places like the Royal Palace and the old churches that dot the old town. Number 4. Why is Stockholm so big? Stockholm's rise to prominence can be attributed to several factors. One of the primary reasons for its growth was its strategic location. Situated at the head of the Lake Mälaren, Stockholm acted as a natural hub for trade and transportation, connecting the inland regions of Sweden to the Baltic Sea. This geographical advantage allowed the city to flourish as a commercial center. Another contributing factor was the royal favor that Stockholm enjoyed. As the seat of the Swedish monarchy, the city received significant investments and privileges, which helped it expand its infrastructure and attract residents. Stockholm's location in Northern Europe meant it wasn't directly affected by conflicts in the south, contributing to its relative peace and stability. Furthermore, the city's strong connection to the sea facilitated the growth of maritime industries such as fishing and shipbuilding. The abundance of water also provided a defense mechanism against potential invaders. Finally, Stockholm's cultural significance as a center of learning and the arts also drew people to the city. All these advantages combined over the centuries to make Stockholm the bustling metropolis it is today. Number 5. What is Stockholm known for? Stockholm is renowned for several things. Firstly, it's famous for its stunning natural setting, being built on an archipelago of islands in Lake Mälaren, surrounded by the Baltic Sea. This unique geography gives Stockholm a picturesque landscape of water, bridges, and lush greenery. Secondly, Stockholm is celebrated for its rich history and numerous historical landmarks. From the iconic Vasa Museum to the Royal Palace, the city is filled with sites that tell tales of its Viking origins and royal past. Stockholm is recognized as a global hub for innovation and technology, particularly in the field of telecommunications. Ericsson and Spotify, two of Sweden's most successful companies, have their headquarters in Stockholm, contributing to the city's reputation as a center of technological advancement. Lastly, Stockholm is known for its high quality of life, consistently ranking among the top cities in the world for livability. Factors like safety, healthcare, and education contribute to this positive image, making it an attractive destination for both residents and visitors. Number 6. What is the population of Stockholm? Stockholm has a population of around 950,000 people living within the city proper. This makes it the largest city in the Nordics and the third largest in the European Union after Istanbul and London. When taking into account the entire metropolitan area, Stockholm's population swells to approximately 2.3 million people. This metropolitan area encompasses not only the city of Stockholm itself but also the neighboring suburbs and satellite towns that are economically and socially connected to the city. Among the major cities in the EU, only Paris and Moscow have larger metropolitan populations than Stockholm. Number 7. What are the main industries in Stockholm? Stockholm's economy is diverse, but some of the main industries include technology and telecommunications, finance and insurance, as well as the automotive industry. The city is home to major companies such as Ericsson, a global telecommunications company, and Spotify, the world's largest music streaming service. Additionally, Stockholm is a significant hub for banks and insurance firms, with companies like SEB and Swedbank having their headquarters in the city. The automotive sector is also well represented with Volvo Cars and Scania, a manufacturer of trucks and buses, having major operations in the Stockholm area. Moreover, Stockholm is a major center for research and development, particularly in the fields of biotechnology and pharmaceuticals. Companies like AstraZeneca and Pfizer have significant research facilities in the city. This thriving mix of established and emerging industries contributes to Stockholm's status as one of the strongest economies in Europe. Number 8. What is the weather like in Stockholm? Stockholm experiences a temperate climate characterized by cool summers and chilly winters. During summer, temperatures typically range from 15 to 25 degrees Celsius, with occasional heat waves pushing temperatures higher. Winter, on the other hand, sees temperatures mostly between 0 and 5 degrees Celsius. However, it's worth noting that due to Stockholm's location near the Baltic Sea, the city often experiences a maritime climate with higher humidity levels and milder temperatures compared to inland areas at the same latitude. Furthermore, Stockholm receives a moderate amount of precipitation throughout the year, with rainfall distributed relatively evenly across the months. Snowfall, while not guaranteed every winter, can occur and occasionally lead to temporary but beautiful winter wonderlands. Overall, Stockholm's climate is pleasant for much of the year, allowing residents and tourists to enjoy outdoor activities. Number 9. Who lives in Stockholm? The demographics of Stockholm are diverse and multicultural, reflecting the city's status as a global hub. According to the latest data, around 80% of the population identifies as native Swedes, while the remaining 20% comprises individuals from various immigrant backgrounds. The most common foreign nationalities in Stockholm include Iraqis, Afghans, Iranians, and Serbs. Stockholm is also home to a significant number of international students and expats attracted by its high quality of life and thriving economy. Number 10. Is Stockholm expensive? Yes, Stockholm is considered to be an expensive city. According to various cost of living indices, Stockholm ranks among the top 10 most expensive cities in the world. Factors contributing to its high cost include its strategic location, strong economy, and high demand for housing and services. The average cost of living in Stockholm is around 30% higher than the national Swedish average. Housing is one of the primary drivers of the high cost, with rental prices in the city centre being significantly higher than in the suburbs. Additionally, goods and services, including groceries and utilities, tend to be more expensive in Stockholm compared to other parts of the country. However, it's worth noting that Stockholm's high cost of living is relative to other major cities worldwide. While it may be more expensive than many cities globally, it also offers a high standard of living, excellent infrastructure, and a thriving job market. Number 11. What is the currency of Stockholm? The currency used in Stockholm and throughout Sweden is the Swedish krona, often abbreviated as SEK. The krona is subdivided into 100 units called öre, but in everyday transactions, you'll typically deal with krona and its subdivisions, the most common being the 5, 10, and 20 krona coins. Banknotes commonly used include 50, 100, 500, and 1000 krona. The exchange rate of the krona fluctuates against major currencies like the euro and the US dollar, and you can check current rates online. Number 12. What about using euros in Stockholm? Sweden has been a member of the European Union since 1995, but unlike many other EU countries, it has never adopted the euro. In fact, a referendum held in 2003 saw 56% of Swedes vote against adopting the euro, and there are currently no plans to change this. This means that euros are not widely accepted in Sweden. While some larger tourist destinations or hotels might accept euros, it's certainly not something to count on. For a hassle-free trip, it's best to stock up on Swedish krona before you travel. Number 13. When is the best time to visit Stockholm? The best time to visit Stockholm depends on your preferences. Summer, from June to August, offers the warmest weather, making it ideal for exploring the city's outdoor attractions and enjoying the vibrant atmosphere. However, this is also the peak tourist season, so expect crowds and higher prices. Spring and fall are shoulder seasons with fewer crowds and moderate temperatures, offering a good balance of pleasant weather and manageable crowds. Winter from December to February brings the possibility of snow-covered landscapes, Christmas markets, and winter activities. But be prepared for cold temperatures and limited daylight hours. Ultimately, Stockholm is a beautiful city year-round, and each season has its own charm. Number 14. What should you wear when visiting Stockholm? When packing for Stockholm, remember to layer your clothing as the weather can be unpredictable. A good rule of thumb is to dress as if it's one layer warmer than the temperature suggests. In summer, pack comfortable walking shoes, layers for changing weather conditions, and a rain jacket. In winter, pack warm boots, coats, and gloves. No matter the season, don't forget to pack comfortable walking shoes, as Stockholm is a very walkable city. And always check the weather forecast before you go. Number 15. How to get around Stockholm. Stockholm has an excellent public transportation system that is a great way to get around the city. The system includes buses, trams, the metro, commuter trains, and ferries. You can buy single journey tickets or day passes from machines at the stops or stations, or you can download the SL app to buy tickets. Taxis are also available, but they can be expensive. Ride-sharing services are a convenient option for getting around, especially in the city centre. Bicycles are another great way to explore Stockholm. There are bike lanes all over the city, and you can rent a bike from one of the many bike rental stations. However, in winter, cycling may not be possible due to snow and ice. Do you know any fun or interesting facts about Stockholm? If so, share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos about cities around the world. In the meantime, keep mind traveling.